In this video, we're going to cover YouTube banner images. I'm going to show you how to make one, and I'll do that by showing some examples, and I'm going to put timestamps to everything so you can jump to the different chapters if you don't want to watch the whole video. The settings down here, they are super important for the setup of the back end of your channel, just the information that you give the algorithm and also your viewers as well, super important. But another thing as well is the customization, so basically how your stuff appears on the front end. So you can think of your settings down here as the back end and then your customization as the front end. So that's what people are going to see when they're browsing YouTube on their phone or their desktop device or their laptop or their TV or whatever it is. We've got our banner image area here. So the area marked in red here just shows that the big box at the back, that's a TV screen. And then you got your laptop here. So on a laptop, it just does the kind of top section, and on a phone it's similar as well, just that top section. So I'll show you that on the Novice Writer channel. So this is on desktop, so it's just got that thin bit, so that bit just there showing here. And if I go to the Novice Creator, because I haven't set it yet, it's just black, so there's not much going on there. And basically you want to try and upload a banner image that takes care of all three of these, has all three of those in mind. Yes, they give you some guidance saying that it needs to be 2048 pixels wide by 1152 high and not to be over 6 megabytes. Okay, so I said I was going to show some different examples, and that's going to be a good way of illustrating why you should do this. So there's a few different reasons. Like probably the big one is that YouTube's really pushing for TV at the moment. So if you don't have a banner image set for your channel, you're going to get this slightly odd looking background. It's not the worst, but it's by no means the best either. And just even uploading just a simple photograph from your phone or whatever is going to suddenly just make your channel look infinitely better. Right? So basically, why do this? Because we're taking you from this to this. And in my opinion, that looks way better. So yes, you're on TV here, but you can see you've still got your name of your channel. You've got a call to action on the right-hand side. So like, sub, comment. I'll give more examples in a moment. You can do all kinds of stuff in here. You can do calls to action. So like, sub, comment, but you can put special offers in there. You can do QR codes. You can do all kinds of stuff. Like you might as well take advantage of this customization because YouTube is giving it to you to use. And on laptop and mobile, you just have a blank space at the top. So you're just, one, I don't think it looks as good. And two, you can change it to this. So from this to this, again, you've got the area at the top where you can do a call to action, you can do special offers, QR codes, that kind of thing. Put a bit more of your branding in there, some more graphics, whatever it is. It's just a missed opportunity if you're not doing that. And especially on TV, like that looks way better than that. Surely going from that to that. Okay, so here we have this channel with no background. The very least I could do is add some kind of image or a photograph from my laptop or whatever. So I'll show you an example of that. So here's a channel. They've just put up a nice picture. That's a massive improvement in my opinion. Like I did that. The first thing I did was added a picture of my bike, and I thought that made a big difference. Better than just having the bland generic triangles of different shades. So this one I really like. This one caught my eye. Motorfield's one. Just the depth of field looked really nice with their bike propped up against the wall. That's just for looking cool on TV. On desktop, it'll get cut down. But yeah, just on TV, I thought that looked really nice. Okay, so I'm amazed when any channel doesn't put up some kind of image as their channel banner. And I see it all the time. I'm just amazed. But I'm not saying that big channels don't just do an image, because Saransta at the time taking this was 4 million subscribers. I'm sure it's more by now. They've just got, it looks almost like a screen grab. Like it's not a super high resolution image. There's not that much depth of field, but hey, they've got something there. They've just gone super basic. That looks cool on TV. It will get completely chopped on desktop or mobile, but yeah, that's a huge creator with just an image up there. Another example, okay, so here now you're starting to get into it where they're doing extra graphics in with the image. So they've got their logo, They've got the people's names. It's not a call to action, but they've got a few more bits of text, but they're covered by the YouTube overlaid text. But they're starting to play with the banner image a bit more, doing a bit more with it. Then you've got other channels that they're basically prioritizing desktop. Okay, so this is how it looks on TV. I'll show in a minute, I'll show these examples how they look on desktop. But another one, Osman Reviews, same thing. They're essentially prioritizing for desktop and mobile, you could say, or laptop and mobile, or just basically not TV, but it still works on TV. Then you get channels that are doing a mix of the two. So you can see that here, they've got a nice image that takes up the whole of the screen, but they're also trying to use that area in the middle. So when it gets cropped on non-TV devices or laptop and mobile or tablets, I'll show those examples in a second. Again, Revzilla, I really like this one. For me, this is one of the better ones where they kind of have a nice blur between that central section and the whole of the outer section for TV. So now I'm going to flip-flop between the two. So here we have this channel with the banner, right? Without the banner, it's just black space and a wasted opportunity. So this is on my laptop, how it looks with the banner and without the banner. And then we're going to do roaming with Josh. So this is TV versus laptop. So you can see it's just got the central part of the image that he's uploaded. Then we're going to do motor fields, again, central part. Then we're going to take a look at Brad West. So here you can see on laptop and mobile, it really comes into its own on those devices, okay? Looks pretty sweet to me. It's got all kinds of stuff in there. Same again with Nick. It looks pretty sweet on desktop for me, and I'm sure it would look pretty good on phone or tablet as well. Revzilla, again, that looks pretty sick to me. That's the image that I had originally on my channel. It was just a picture of my bike in black and white, but now it looks like this. And I would argue that that looks infinitely better. It's got call to action in there, credits to the photographer. It's got the name of the channel again, so a bit more branding. I think that looks way better. So yeah, so here we go. This is what this channel looks like at the moment, and this is what it can look like. So I'm going to go through that process right now. I'm going to show you how I created the banner image that I then uploaded, and I'll show you the upload process too. Okay, so I'm in my Photoshop equivalent. It's Affinity Photo 2. What you're trying to do is you want to create the background banner, but the first thing is you want to do your safe areas. So if I just drop this in, you got your TV area, which is basically everything. And then you got your laptop area, which is this box across the middle, across here. And then you've got your safe area, which is the bit in the middle. The first thing you want is these guidelines here. And how you do that in Affinity is you go to View, and you want to make sure you got guides turned on. So that would be View, Show Guides, and they've come up. And obviously I've made them already, but if they weren't there, then you'd go to here, which is Guides, click on that, and then you've got to add them in. So here I've got the horizontal guides. I've got one at 508 pixels and one at 932. If I wanted to add another one, press on the little plus icon down here, and you can see that's added in another one at 720. We don't want that, so I'm just going to bin that one. And then same over here, we've got our vertical lines, and we've got one at 507 pixels and one at 2053 pixels. And again, if I wanted to add another one, I'd add one in. That's stuck the one in the middle, but we don't want that, so I'm going to hit delete. YouTube puts those up online. You can just Google those and it will tell you what you need, and it will tell you what you need. It will tell you the specifications. So I'm just going to close that because they're already there. I'll just pop up the different areas again so you can see. So the TV area is the whole area. The laptop is this bit in the middle, and the safe zone is just the very center. So you can see it's viewable on TV here, viewable on desktop, and viewable on all devices. That's just showing again the different safe zones that we were talking about. So now I'm just going to drop in the background. So this is the original background when I changed from just having a black and white picture of my KTM 390 Duke. I uploaded this one. A friend of mine took some pictures of me with some cool backdrops, like down this alley with some graffiti and stuff like that. So here you can see on a TV, it would show this whole thing. So you get the nice left-hand side with the graffiti, and you get the depth of field on the right-hand side as well. That's just on the TV, right? But on the laptop, it'd be this middle section here, okay? So I'd chop my head off up here and chop most of the bike off, and you just see the handlebars, right? So now I'm gonna drop in the image that I went for this channel. So the previous one was my main channel, No Vice Rider. And then for this channel, No Vice Creator, I did a slightly different image. It's the same area, it's just slightly further down the alleyway, slightly different perspective. Like in this one, I'm kind of straight on looking at the camera. I don't have the depth of field. Like I really like the depth of field on the right-hand side on this one, but I wanted something a little bit different. Same deal though, on TVs, you could see the whole area, but on laptops and mobiles, what's cool is you'll be able to see my helmet and my body and a bit of the bike. So even when all the stuff around it gets chopped off, you'll still be able to see that. I did think about doing like one from like non-bike stuff, and I like this one of me doing paddleboarding. I don't know, I just decided to go with the other one. Maybe that's a bad idea. I just figured consistency, it's all kind of like me riding on my bike and that kind of stuff, but maybe I'll switch to the other one at some point, or let me know in the comments if you think I'm a fool for going with all the bike stuff and not doing a bit more of me off the bike. But anyway, that's the background image that I decided to go for, or the banner image, or the background image of the banner, whatever way you want to put it. I'm just going to take away those safe areas, because now I'm going to go into what I've called overlays. You can see, okay, so if I bring back the one from my main channel, I can show you the overlays that I did on that, and this will make these areas become a bit clearer. So what I'm going to do is No Vice Rider, I'm going to drop in, come into the overlays here, and I'm going to show what I did on here, which is basically I did a couple of things. So the first thing I did was I wanted to have a bit for mobile and laptops, so I dropped in this additional image in the middle, did a few things to it, and then I also overlaid a bit of text, and they drop into those different areas. So you can see that we're in the laptop bit here on either side, but it's outside that kind of main safe zone. But so far I haven't really seen anything getting chopped off on either side. On TV, the left-hand side gets covered over, but on desktop it doesn't. So that's you know, it is what it is. Gave the photographer their credit, that kind of stuff. And I've just said like, comment, subscribe. So if I take those away for now, and I'll drop in what I did on this channel, and I'll just drop in that image, and then I will just take those away for the moment, and then you see that's what it's like without it. And then I'm dropping them in. I've placed them in slightly different areas, so I've kind of kept the photographer's credit here, and I put that inside the safe zone. I don't know whether it will get covered by the TV text. I hope not. If it does, there's not much I can do. On desktop, it's gonna look cool. And then I put the like, sub, and comment over here. So yeah, so same stuff, same systems, just using it for a different channel, nice and quick. And yeah, basically when I export this, it won't export those guidelines, it will just export the file. So I'd go up to File, Export. I'd probably export as JPEG, just, you know, with a little bit of compression maybe, but I need to follow the YouTube guidelines. So I think what I'll do is I'll jump over to the screen recording I did showing the guidelines, and I'll just talk through what they say, because they've got a certain number of pixels they want, saying that it needs to be 2048 pixels wide by 1152 high, and not to be over 6 megabytes. So they're asking for 6 megabytes, we're under that, so we're all good anyway. If we'd picked something else, say PNG or whatever, it might be too big, but JPEG is standard, it's got a bit of compression in there, that kind of stuff, but we're all good at that with an estimated file size of just over 3 megabytes, so we're all good. So I can save that to my desktop or wherever I want, and then I'll go grab it and upload it. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments, or if you want me to help you out and kind of send you over the basic one I started with, like this thing here, so you can see the different safe zones that you're working with, just let me know and I will run one of these off, and then you can drop that into your editing software, whatever it is, and you can have it as your base layer and then just layer up over the top. Okay, so that's the banner created. So we should go ahead and upload this bad boy. So I'm just going to hit the upload button here. That's going to open up a window on my laptop. I'm just going to browse to where the image is, hit open, It's going to talk about cropping it. We don't want to do any of that. It's just showing us where the stuff is. So you can see it's viewable on TV here, viewable on desktop, and viewable on all devices. That's just showing again the different safe zones that we were talking about. And then I'm going to press done. That's going to load in, so you can see the red has been replaced with the different parts of the images that it's going to show on a TV up the top here, on desktop and on mobile. And I'm just going to hit publish. So that's done, and that's it. Happy days. So we're all finished. If you have any questions about what I covered today, or you want me to cover something else, let me know in the comments. Okay, so that's how you upload a banner image to YouTube. So we're pretty much done for this video. If there's any other things you'd like me to cover, drop me a comment below and I'll either answer it in the comments or I'll try and make a video on that. So yeah, there should be another video coming soon. So if that video is not up yet, make sure you hit subscribe so you catch it when it drops. Otherwise, in the meantime, you can check out a video from my other channel, No Vice Rider. Until next time, have a good one and I'll catch you in the next one.